You also were saying, I saw you said on Pat's show that the I guess offseason, for the lack of a better phrase, is going to be off the hook with the NBA. Do you still feel that way right now? That there's going to be a remarkable amount of activity, including some bold-faced names on the move? Shams, you feel that way still right now?
For sure I do. Yeah, I mean, obviously we have the Kevin Durant market. You have the NBA draft coming up. You have free agency coming up. There's always going to be wild cards. There's always going to be some surprises.
Is Cooper Flagg going to be on the move, or you just think the Mavericks are going to just take him and rip the knob off? Shams?
The Mavericks are going to be taking Cooper Flagg for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so he won't wind up on the Lakers with only them making a deal for him. Shams, that's not happening. It's gonna be Cooper Flagg?
I don't expect that. He's actually going to go visit them this upcoming week after Father's Day. We'll spend time with Nico Harrison, Jason Kidd, that organization. So he'll be there for a couple of days, and I think they have fully honed in on Cooper Flagg as the #1 overall pick in the NBA draft.
But you think, would the second overall pick be in play? Would that be in play, do you think, right now? With the Spurs, the Sixers are obviously sitting there at 3. What intrigue do you think is involved with the draft coming up and free agents to be? Sean,
I think we're going to see a ton of draft pick movement. Okay. If I had to, couch it for the Spurs, I think they probably keep that #2 pick versus not. It always, when you think about the top 3, it always takes a massive offer to go come up come off it, and for a team to move up. So they're going to get a ton of calls between now and June 25th on offers to move up from teams 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll see if there's any traction on those conversations. But listen, Dylan Harper's a guy you have to look at #2. But the Spurs are going to get plenty of calls on it. But I think, there's going to be a ton of movement, I think, this year, not only in the lottery, picks moving up, picks moving down, throughout the NBA draft.
Okay. And Durant, do you think is the first that could be moved? What do you think, Shams?
Kevin Durant is the best available domino right now. He's the guy that everyone's got their eye on right now in the NBA. And from my understanding, there is some traction in conversations, some significant conversations ongoing with the Suns to move Durant sooner rather than later. I think there's some motivation with some teams to get a deal done. In the last 24 hours, I'm told the focus with the Suns conversations have been on the Houston Rockets, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Miami Heat. So those are 3 teams that had interest in him at the deadline that could see whether they get a deal done, bring him into the mix, allow themselves to potentially have a better chance of competing for a championship. And, the biggest key there is the fact that he's got 1 year left on his deal, about $54 million. And so does a team need to have a guaranteed understanding that he's going to have an extension agreement locked in? Is there a team that just takes a swing for him? There's also some wild card teams. There's been about 6 to 8 teams calling to the Suns, making offers, reaching out. So I do think sooner rather than later, there will be a move with Kevin Durant.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.